Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So today I want to make a special recipe for you. I'm going to be making enchiladas with a bechamel sauce, served with some rice and greens. Let's get right into it. First thing I want to do is I want to get my meaty, beefy filling ready. You can use my recipe as an idea to bounce off with ideas so you can make your own recipe, or you can create the one that I'm making, which I think is fantastic. It's very beefy, it's healthy, I think it's one of the healthiest recipes, and it's not too refined. You'll need a cutting board for this because we're going to need to do some chopping. I've got here onion, bell pepper, carrot, a serrano, tomato, and a celery stick. I got here some beans that I'm going to start boiling up after I saute my veggies. Start off by chopping up all your ingredients. We're going to allow the veggies to saute until they're translucent and maybe a little bit of color, and then we're going to add our beans in, which is what we're going to do now. I've got 2 cups of beans. Any kind of bean will do. Sauce. So while we wait for our beans to get nice and tender, we need that to boil. We have some time. We're going to move on to the bechamel recipe. Let's get started on that one. And it's going to be very easy. I have many different recipes, and this is the one I'm going to be using today. So first thing I want to start with is Let me stir this a little. Is a spoon. And I have here some leftover cashew cream from a ranch recipe. I clean out the blender. Anytime I make a ranch recipe or a creamy sauce, I clean out the blender with a little bit of water and I blend it up and I save that liquid. So that's what it is. Now, if you can't get this liquid, just blend a tablespoon of cashews with a cup of water and you should have the same thing. And I'm also going to add about a cup of soy milk. And I am going to bring this to a boil. While we wait for the milk to come to a boil, we're going to add some seasonings. And these seasonings are very crucial to make a bechamel sauce. So the first thing is going to be white pepper. And add a good amount. Do not add black pepper, please. Bechamel is a classical cuisine sauce. It's a classical sauce. And in those classical cuisine culinary techniques, you never combine black with white. You don't combine black pepper with a white sauce. You combine that with something dark. White pepper for a white sauce. Black pepper for a darker sauce. Okay? So that's the classical cuisine technique and skill. That's their rules. Okay? Not mine. So I'm going to drop the heat of the beans. Freshly grounded nutmeg is very important. Next step is onion powder, garlic powder, and adobo seasoning. This is my own little taste here. And a little salt. Okay, that's it. Some of this leftover cream I had here at the top that doesn't have much flavor. This is cashew cream. I made it into a ranch, but the top I didn't add any like seasonings and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make do with this. Essentially, you need to make like a cream. Once the milk is boiling, you are ready to add it. Okay, now we stir it together. Well, as soon as you add the cornstarch, it should start to thicken up if you added it while it's boiling. If you didn't do that, then it's not going to do anything. And look at that creamy sauce. This looks delicious. At this point, I'm going to let it boil just a little bit, about a minute. You don't want to go too long, okay? But I'm going to add some corn. Sweet white corn. Just a little handful, literally. Just a little handful. I think it'll be really pretty. Creamy, dreamy. I'm going to finish it off with a little bit more nutmeg. So I just think nutmeg is so tasty. And the last thing that I want to add is some white pepper. And we stir it in. And it looks really nice because it looks kind of yellow. Okay, so we have our blended beans. And it's supposed to be runny. It doesn't have to be too thick or anything, just nice and runny. We drop it into the pan. Okay, you just add a little bit of water just to clean the pan. Okay, we need enough liquid anyway. A little bit of pepper. Since it's here, why not? I have reserved 1 cup of the beans that I blended. I decided to save some. And I will add it back when all the good stuff out. So we added some taco seasoning. I'm going to add some garlic powder. And then here I have some enchilada sauce. I'm going to add 2 cans worth of it. A little water on one, and I'm just going to clean the pans like that. That way it doesn't have too much water. It already has plenty. I'm going to be using TBP for this recipe. I love it. But if you don't like that, we can use grounded chickpeas, grounded lentils. I'll do a recipe on another video like that after February the 10th, which is when I turn 30. It's my birthday. I'm going to celebrate with a detox, and we're going to go back to trying whole food plant-based foods, and we're probably going to even try a little bit of raw and water fasting. So stay tuned for videos like that. They will be coming up soon, especially on the month of February. So, but for now, the month of January, we are going to add we are going to add 1 cup about 3 cups of TBP. Okay. Let's see, maybe a little less. Okay. This is what I believe how these fast food restaurants are making their meaty plant-based ground. So I'd rather make my own at my house because I add all the flavors I want. As you can see, I add celery, onions, all kinds of deliciousness, in which some restaurants might not do because there's not enough cooks in the restaurant world. Really, to be honest, there's only workers. There's not enough cooks and chefs that love passionate cooking. It's not enough of them. There's just enough people that love to make money and love to work, or they just need the job, you know what I mean? A lot of these restaurants, they just hire immigrants that, you know, are willing to work for cheaper. A lot of the passion is not in the restaurants, trust me. The passion is in your home when you make food for yourself. Wow, look at that. That looks so good. It looks so good already. This is my favorite recipe to make when I'm making crispy crunch tacos or taquitos or any meaty ground that I need. I no longer care about making it look like the color and making it look like the texture of it. I no longer care about that anymore. I just want it to taste good and to give me that somewhat close feel to the real thing. Like this meaty ground, kind of like the meaty ground that is made in Jack in the Box tacos or something like that. This is similar. It's not it, but it's similar. And I don't care for it to be super, super similar to the point where I need to go and do Vital Wheat gluten and all these crazy stuff. Some people like Vital Wheat gluten. I love it. When I go traveling and I go to restaurants, I'll eat it. But if I am at the house, I'm not going to eat it. And I'm not going to eat it a lot of times in the year because I'll make a video on it later on about that. But I am not anti-Vital Wheat gluten, but I'm not with it either. And you can crisp it up in the air fryer and give it a little bit of a fry if that's what you like. That's your business. I don't care. I'm just going to keep it just like that. Now we just add the Béchamel. And on top of our delicious, elegant, beautiful enchiladas. This is the white enchilada. You can have it like this. Woo. Or creaminess. Little grains around here. Maybe even here as well. Amazing dish. You can have it like this, restaurant style, or like this, home style. Oh yes, look at that yumminess. It just needs some hot sauce. My hot sauce of the day will be hot sauce chile habanero el yucateco. El yucateco. One of the best. This one does have um, food colorings I don't like, but hey, it's addicting and I like it. So I'm gonna try it. Oh, I want to get some with some rice. Mmm. Mm. This is amazing. Plant-based, oil-free food. Oh my god. That anybody can enjoy. Any stoner, any drinker, anybody can enjoy this without really feeling empty. Best plant-based Mexican food is right here in this channel with me, your chef, Nanny.